Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, here we are live on a Friday. Oh my goodness! And I am going live, and I meant to go live with my Yeti. Let's see here. So y'all let me know. Y'all let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. I am jumping on your timelines. Yeah, just a little bit of a dance party right there. Listen, I called this live stream shameless plug here, shameless plug. So I am jumping on unannounced, completely unannounced. And so welcome to those that are over on Instagram. We are live on Instagram, and let me just double check my audio. If you're listening, and if you are here with me, I'm Charvette Mitchell, CEO of Mitchell Productions, and we are a marketing and professional development firm based here in Richmond, Virginia. And let me just see if you're listening. Just put a one in the chat if you can hear me. That's the main thing. If you can't hear me, I will restart this. Because I changed my audio soon as we went live. So I'm trying to make sure that you all can hear me. So I'm going over here on my phone to double check. But what are y'all doing this Friday night? So this is a shameless plug. I don't know where that came from. So I am okay. Y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. I see it. I see it here over here on the phone. So this is a shameless plug. I am live streaming here with you, and I am using a software called StreamYard. If you have been connected with me on my social media sites, you have seen me talk about a workshop that I have coming up on Tuesday, April 21st at 6 p.m. And it is called How to Use StreamYard. So I thought I would go live and talk a little bit about the workshop, who it might be for, who could get benefit from it. But then I also realized that like there's probably people like in the audience saying like, I don't even know what a stream is. What you say, yard stream yard? What is that? So let me back up. Let me back up and make sure we level set. So StreamYard is a software that you can use that will allow you to stream in multiple places at one time. That's one of the things. So it'll allow you to stream in multiple places at one time. So right now I am streaming on Facebook in 2 locations. I am on YouTube as a horizontal video, and I'm also on YouTube, hey YouTube viewers, as a vertical video. I am on Instagram as a vertical video, and I am on, I captured everything. So StreamYard allows you to multi-stream. So if you've been saying, "Hey, I wanna step into live streaming, but I'm not sure, what to do," and you want to get the biggest bang for the exposure that you have, I highly recommend StreamYard. And so I'm using it now. You can see that there's a color border around my video here. You see that my logo is up here on the top. You can play videos. There's a ton of things to do. So I thought what I would do tonight is because I know some of you, this is Friday night. I know some of you going to be looking at this maybe at midnight at Friday when you get in bed. And how many TikTokers out there? Some of my fellow TikTokers, when you wind down, you pick up your phone. Some of you might be looking at this Saturday morning. Some of you might be looking at this Sunday night. But I thought I would just talk a little bit about StreamYard and the workshop that's coming up. You can certainly, if you're like, "Oh, Charvette, I was just waiting for this. I just didn't know that you had it." So you can register at joincharvette.com, and join me on Tuesday for the workshop. So the cool thing about StreamYard is that they have increasingly and consistently added new features, new bells and whistles. So I became acquainted with StreamYard back during the pandemic. Y'all, doesn't that seem so long and so far ago? And welcome to all those that are here. I became acquainted back during the pandemic. And so I've been hosting, if you're new to me, I've been hosting the Charlotte Metro Radio Show since 2008. And we were in audio, and everything was done all by way of audio. I interview people and all of that. And during the pandemic, we decided to add video as an option. And that's when we became acquainted with this platform that you see me on now, is StreamYard, because we can stream in multiple places, and it will allow you to also do some things related to a podcast. So that's how we kind of like got into this space. So if you, and I'm wondering, like, some of you may be watching saying, you know what, Charlotte, I think I have a StreamYard account, but you're like, I don't use it. I don't know how to use it. And certainly I don't know maybe all of the features. Some of you might even be wondering, like, how can I repurpose my live stream content? So maybe you have some video or some live streaming that you already do, but you want to know how to repurpose it. I got a question for you. Are you stumped on how to like add exposure to your podcast, or how to record more seamlessly? You need another process other than some people are just using Zoom. There's some other things that you can do. And I bet there's some of you that are like saying, you know what, I realize I got to come off the sidelines. I got to ditch being invisible, and I got to step in to this content creation space and share, what it is that I have to offer related to my business, related to my products and services, related to your ministry, all of that. Thank you. I see you over on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. And I see that you're watching us by way of the mobile version. So there are those of you that are listening saying, okay, I want to step my toe into this. And the cool thing is that if you use a platform like StreamYard, you create once and then it's being shared in multiple places and in multiple times. So I just wanted to, just to kind of highlight that. And I also want to stick a pin in this comment and this notion around content marketing. So we are, and I wrote a LinkedIn article about this and sent this out to my email list. We are no longer in just what we call a social media environment. We are in an interest media environment. Okay, let me break it down. Have you ever been looking for something? Maybe you were looking for shoes, or you were looking at home improvement stuff, or you were looking at health and fitness and gym stuff, and then you started seeing in your feed reels related to that type of content. I'm not talking about ads. I'm not talking about paid advertisement. I'm talking about just organic reach on your phone. You started to organically see reels and videos related to what you have shown interest in. All of the big wigs at TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, like, they're openly talking about this shift that we're seeing in social media in particular. And more importantly, what we're seeing with reels is that they are showing that content to people who have shown some kind of interest in what you're producing. So the good news is that the focus now is not so much around getting X amount of followers. The focus now is the content you put out. And then with the hopes of the social media channels driving the audience to you based on content, since they are curating our experiences based off of what they deem that they see that we're interested in. So why is this important? Yes. Thank you, Carla R. Jenkins. Yes, I see the interest. They show the related reels, right? So it used to be that social media was really just about who was following you, what the followers that you had, the people that liked your page, the friends on your page. But now that's shifting to interest. And again, we're seeing that mostly with reels. So you might say, well, Charlotte, how does this tie into the shameless plug about your workshop that you got coming up on Tuesday, where I'm going to be teaching you how to use StreamYard? One of the amazing things that StreamYard has is they will take a video such as you see right now, this horizontal video, and they will create clips using artificial intelligence. They will create clips, i.e. Reels content that you can then go share on other platforms. So that is one of the power things that I'm going to be talking about in the workshop on Tuesday around how to use StreamYard. So for those of you who are like, you know what, I have a StreamYard account, but I have not been in there in 11 years. Yeah, that's why you need to definitely jump into this actual workshop. And so let me tell you a little bit about who I think this workshop is definitely for. So this virtual workshop is absolutely for small business owners, experts, service providers, speakers, podcasters, consultants, and coaches, right? And so let me break that down a little bit more. So if you are a small business owner and you're looking to leverage the power of live streaming, and then also these reels and stories and shorts that you can pull from your long form content, then this is definitely a place for you. And it can also help you by driving traffic to your website, driving leads. That's also going to end up being revenue at some point. If you are a speaker, guess what? Speaking begets speaking. So you have to be seen speaking. Well, guess what? Live streaming is an immediate speaking engagement. No one had to fly you in or book you to speak. You can create your own speaking opportunities. And so live streaming and using something like StreamYard helps for you to showcase your speaking and your expertise. If you are a podcaster, now traditionally podcasts have been what? Just audio form. So I've got my mic over here. Normally in the past, way back in the past, you only saw podcasts. You only saw podcasts like within, or you heard. Let me say it that way. You only heard podcasts on your phone, whatever podcast studio that you were listening to, and you only heard the commentators. Now you will see a lot of the major podcasts are doing what? They're doing two things. They're producing two types of content. They have the audio content that is going into your traditional podcast systems. But then what else are they doing? They're also broadcasting or putting out video content on YouTube that is a video of their actual podcast or their interview or however they're doing it. So if they're going to do the work once, it's like, hey, let's get two types of content. Guess what? StreamYard, which I'm going to be talking about on Tuesday in my How to Use StreamYard workshop, is a great platform that'll help you do work once, but then let it be shared multiple times. How to use StreamYard. And you want to jump over to joincharvette.com to register. Shameless plug. That's what I call the name of this video, is a shameless plug. I know it's a Friday night. I know some of y'all watching this Friday, you watching it at 1:00 in the morning. You're going to watch it on Saturday morning, Sunday, whenever. I recognize that, but I still wanted to jump on here. So let me keep going. So that's the podcaster. So if you want to add video and some other features to your podcast, absolutely. And thinking about the clips that you can get, the reels that you can get that'll drive traffic to your podcast, this is beneficial. Authors, if you are an author, we are literally hot off the press, y'all. Hot off the press. The proof copies for our latest book, Permission Granted, just came in. Listen, if you're an author, you want to be live streaming. So authors, coaches, consultants. So let me wrap this up because I'm gonna be out your hair real quick. So what are we going to cover? What are we going to cover? We're going to talk about how to stream to multiple sites, how to engage your live viewers with comments, how to have call to actions, how to incorporate videos and intro videos, outro videos, how to share talking points, how to do webinar style, how to do interview style, how to incorporate and brand your live stream, how to pre-record, how to schedule broadcasts, how to record podcasts, and how to instantly generate reels. That's the short list of what we're going to do when you join us for the How to Use StreamYard workshop. And you're going to receive a live, this is not pre-recorded, this is not like dumped in a portal. This is going to be me live teaching you how to use StreamYard. And again, those of you who are like, I had StreamYard, but I haven't been in there a while, there's tons of updates. Like literally when I logged in today to check out, to do this video, there was an update of something new that they have added. So you're going to get that. You're also going to get a digital checklist of how to use the live stream. So you won't have to take feverish notes. We will have a checklist for you. And you also have the option to upgrade to VIP. VIP allows you certainly to attend the live session, but then also you get a 1-hour implementation session with me. And you also get customizable overlays and templates and some other things. So that's what you get when you join me for How to Use StreamYard on Tuesday, April 21st, 6 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. So an hour and 45 minutes. Group setting by way of Zoom, but we'll be screen sharing because that's one of the things that you can do over in this platform. So I just wanted to jump on really, really quick and just remind you that if you've been thinking about it, if you've been tinkering, if you've been on the fence and saying, should I sign up for this? The answer is yes. And admission is $100. It's really simple. $100 is the admission, and then we have a price for our VIPs. So $100 gets you in, and you'll be off and running using this amazing tool called StreamYard to help boost your visibility, also help you not do as much work, right? So creating once and then sharing it multiple times in multiple formats because of this platform. So you can see here, I have a color, behind me. That's one thing, but then that's something that I could remove if I wanted to. If I wanted to share a graphic on the screen, I can do that. So we're going to go over all of that. So I'm getting out your hair. It's Friday. I got to go. Thank you for those that are checking out the replay of this. And if you have any questions, you can contact me on anywhere where you see this video. And again, I'd love for you to join me at my virtual workshop, How to Use StreamYard. That's going to be Tuesday, April 21st, 6 p.m. Eastern to 7:45 p.m. Eastern. We will record it, and the recording will be available to those that register at joincharvette.com, and registration is $100, or you can upgrade to VIP to get a 1-hour one-on-one implementation session. All right, it is a wrap. I'm going to see you all later on the web. Bye.